A lot of mistakes we made on both ends, defensive end, and a lot of opportunities we had to run and transition and finish. And, just better spacing opportunities, better opportunities for the big, get in right space so we can hit them and get easy buckets.
After playing Brooklyn for 48 minutes, what did you learn about their game plan and how they plan to attack you this series?
Try to keep the ball on my hand a lot. Every time I come off pin downs or coming off screens, they try to get the ball on my hand. So, kind of be more of a playmaker, for myself, try to use myself as a decoy, but at the same time be aggressive. Just adjustment. I watched the game this morning, try to find more opportunities for me to be more aggressive.
You've seen doubles before. You've seen, lots before. Was that any different yesterday?
It was making it so different with them. They're unconventional with their size, so it's hard to get them in rotations, because they're small. You got Paul Pierce at the 4. They kind of more in the zone, so it's kind of tough to get them in rotation. So you just got to figure out other ways to beat them, swinging the ball, attacking their feet.
When you watch the tape and you see correctable mistakes, or you see a little bit more detail of what their coverages are, does that give you more confidence going into the next game?
Without doubt, because as bad as we played yesterday, we only lost by however much. It still was a close game. They had some tough shots at the end, but we clean that up. Definitely clean up the turnovers. That'd be a different game, but we gotta forget about that game. Get ready for game 2.
What's the biggest thing you learned about playoff basketball in general from yesterday's game?
I mean, the crowd more in tune to it, but at the end of the day, it's still the same game. They played me the same way that they played me last time in the regular season. Just go out there, be calm. Got that first one under my belt. And now it's time to move on.
That's enough. One game to kind of wipe away those.
I mean, yeah. I don't need a whole nother playoff round to get ready for it. You know what I mean? I watch a lot of film. I understand. I'm never gonna make the same mistakes twice, and it's just.
Did you feel more nervous than you thought you would?
Nah, I really wasn't nervous, but I think, with much energy that was going on, it felt like things was going faster than it was. And me just watching the film today, same game, it's still slow. I think we was just as slow as they were yesterday. We could have picked it up a lot more, but, that's the benefit of watching film and continue to get better.
Demar, if you're the primary option, and typically in the playoffs they really work at taking away the primary option, how do you have more of an impact without forcing things too much?
Do other things. Last night I took an onus. Once I came in, guard Joe Johnson. Try to get the ball out of his hand, make a lot of shots that he took tough. Especially with me having 2 fouls earlier. I just want to be more aggressive on the defensive end, help my team with that, and be more of a facilitator. I think the coaches got on me for being too passive last night, and but that's just me trying to get my teammates involved. But just like I said, figure out ways. Still be aggressive on both ends and still stay in tune in the game.
It's a tough balance, though, right? 'Cause
Yeah, it's a tough balance, but you got to pick and choose your spots. Don't force nothing, let everything come to you, and it'll be that much easier.
How much of the focus this morning was on those last 4 minutes last night?
A little bit, not too much. It was mainly the whole game. Before it got to that point, the mistakes that we made leading up to that. We wouldn't even been in that situation, but. Like I said, that's the beauty of watching film, and go over our mistakes and correct them.
Was it a little? Was it tougher than you expected yesterday? All things considered.
Nah, it wasn't tough. It wasn't tough at all. It was an exciting game. It was definitely fun to be a part of the energy in the crowd. Especially see our arena how it was yesterday. So, but it wasn't tough at all.
Was the game called any differently than it is in the regular season?
I don't know, but that shot clock did throw me off. The shot
us off too.
It threw us off. But nah. I thought, we wasn't gonna get no calls, but but it wasn't called too differently. Just the shot clock threw me off.
You mentioned guarding Joe. What does he do to so effectively get, whether it's you, Terrence, John, on his hip, basically?
You gotta understand, Joe is 260, whatever he may be, and once you get behind him, it's tough to get back in front of him. He uses his bodies well. He's strong. He's strong 2 guard. So we gotta find schemes to make sure we stay in front of him. So after he got me on his hip about two times, you know, I try to stay in front of him so, you know, he won't get that floater.
Big five.
Yeah.
Early game and a tough loss, obviously. How was the rest of the day for you? What was that like?
Man, I sat in my room the rest of the day. I didn't leave out the room, didn't turn the TV on, I didn't watch no game. You know, just clear my mind, you know, just understand, you know, I got my first playoff game.
No midnight trip to the gym?
I thought about it. I really thought about it. About 1 o'clock, I was going to come back, but I was like, you know, don't put too much pressure on myself. Just go out there, you know, get rest tonight, regroup today. Got 2 days till we play, and, you know, just get ready. You know, try not to think so much and, you know, try to, you know, stress myself out, so to speak. But, you know, just relax.
When they're coming out high on those screen and rolls, what's the best way to attack that, or the best way to deal with it?
You got to be aggressive. You know, Cal did a lot, you know, once they came out so high, he attacked, you know, that big. You know, try to get on that outside leg, try to get to the middle. You know, if we keep getting to the middle, we're going to cause havoc for them because, you know, it's tough to guard them. Once we get in the middle of the floor, we either got layups finishing at the basket or we're going to have open shots for our teammates.
By being aggressive, you just mean sort of being more decisive?
Yeah, exactly. Just be more decisive quickly. You know, a lot of times, you know, you can't stand to hold the ball against them because they zone in so well, and, you know, all 5 guys are going to focus in on you. So just be more decisive, be more quicker with our screens, everything we do.
Do you more comfortable getting the ball sometimes on the weak side so that you can attack, you know, closeout or something like that? Is that more comfortable for you sometimes?
I mean, you know, the crazy thing is it's all about who you play sometimes. Like when I talk about, you know, rotations, you know, because you really don't catch them in rotations too much. You know, got to get the ball in the middle of the floor. Once we continue to do that, you know, we cause havoc.